Okay, we're going to be talking about some of our ancestors. There are 3 family lines: LaChance, Storrs, and Murray. That was our names in past times. And why am I doing this, do you think? For you and your cousins. So that's my great-grandchildren and my grandchildren also. So we're going to learn some lessons about life.
Okay.
So,
but isn't if you make a mistake that helps you learn?
Well, sometimes, but we don't have to make serious mistakes if we learn first. Do you think that's a good idea? Because marriage is made to last. Not families are supposed to stay together. So the first family line we're going to talk about is LaChance. And they were very...
Funny name.
Yeah, but that's a French name. They were very hard-working people. People back then worked 12 to 16 hours a day. And they left their home, which was in Quebec, Canada, to come to this country. And the reason my great-grandfather wanted to come to this country was because of education. There was better education for people. You know, in Canada, back then, girls didn't go to school. They learned to cook and sew and stay at home.
Awesome!
You'd like that, huh? But they didn't believe in divorce. The family stayed together. They did, Grandma and Grandpa LaChance did separate after the family was grown and lived in separate homes. My mother Viola, her mother and father, my grandmother and grandfather Storrs, got a divorce. So Grandpa LaChance was a substitute father for my mother.
Okay.
So she didn't have her father at home. That's not a good thing.
No.
They were too young when they got married, so even you're very young now to even think about marriage, but it's good to learn when you're young so you don't make the same mistakes. I'm going to talk about 3 family histories: LaChance, Storrs, and Murray. I have charts of the family genealogy that I'm going to include, so I won't discuss them. I'll just talk about what I remember about the family members. The LaChance name originated in Canada, what was known in the 1600s as Little France, or excuse me, New France. So that Antoine Pepin immigrated to New France. He was born in 1632. He was a merchant in Havre of Jean de Bourville. And what's interesting about it, they changed their name to LaChance. So whenever you read about Antoine Pepin or my great-grandfather, you say Joseph LaChance or Joseph Pepin dit LaChance. A little confusing. But that name originated, I looked in the history, and it was during the time of King Louis XIV. And the laws in France, they changed the tax process from the aristocracy to the shopkeepers. And it's recorded that the Pepin, this Andre or Antoine, was a shopkeeper. And so LaChance, that's the chance. They had a new start. So still today, some of them go by Pepin, but mostly they go by LaChance.